Picture someone who has faced countless rejections, from low-level jobs to influential investors, but managed to turn these setbacks into one of the world's largest digital empires. Jack Ma, the visionary behind Alibaba, is not just a successful entrepreneur but an extraordinary force who revolutionized e-commerce and positioned China at the heart of the global economy. His story is a reminder that even the boldest ideas can thrive when combined with courage, curiosity, and a historical vision. In this video, you'll learn how Ma defied the odds, tackled the mysteries of the global market, and became a major figure in the business world. Jack Ma's humble beginnings and education. Jack Ma was born in 1964 in Hangzhou, China, a city of natural beauty, but one that was economically limited at the time. Growing up in a modest family, Ma always exhibited an extraordinary curiosity about the world beyond his immediate reality. From a young age, he showed an uncommon passion for learning, despite the challenges of accessing basic resources. While his peers often settled into local routines, Jack went beyond. He spent hours listening to tourists to practice English, even before mastering the first sentences. His determination was almost legendary. At the age of 12, he began working as a volunteer tour guide, offering free services just to converse with foreigners. The courage and practical intelligence that Ma demonstrated were early signs of something extraordinary. He walked miles every day to hotels frequented by international visitors, a small act for many, but one that laid the groundwork for his global vision. In school, Ma's grades didn't stand out. He failed multiple times, both in school exams and in the university entrance. Yet, this didn't discourage him. He often said, "Failures are just steps on the path to learning." This resilient mindset became one of his most influential traits. His persistence was like an unyielding engine, always seeking a new attempt, even when everything seemed impossible. When he finally entered Hangzhou Normal University, after his third attempt, Ma studied English and stood out as a dedicated and visionary student. He didn't have access to the privileged opportunities of others, but he made the most of every moment to expand his horizon. Each class and every conversation with foreigners helped him build an understanding of the world far beyond China's economic limits at the time. A practical example of this period's impact was his introduction to the digital world. Years before Alibaba, Jack encountered his first computer and the internet, something rare in 1990s China. He used the term buyer to make an initial search and realized that there were no results about China. This simple episode fueled his restlessness and sparked the idea to create something innovative that could put his country on the digital map. More than formal education, Jack Ma often emphasized that his greatest school was life. He turned failures into lessons and criticisms into fuel to move forward. This curious and resilient mentality defined the start of his journey. Ma never saw his struggles as obstacles but as stepping stones to something historic. Thus, his story is a powerful reminder that circumstances do not define one's destiny. He began his life as an ordinary young man, but with an extraordinary vision. This humble start was only the beginning of something much greater, the birth of an innovative empire, the beginning of Jack Ma's career and early challenges. After completing his studies at Hangzhou Normal University, Jack Ma began his professional journey as an English teacher. He was a charismatic educator, with a natural ability to engage his students, despite earning a modest salary. For many, being a teacher would seem like a safe path, but for Ma, it was just the beginning. He carried with him an insatiable curiosity and intelligent ambition that drove him to dream big, even when conditions were unfavorable. In the 1990s, Ma lived in a country undergoing rapid transformation, but still far from the global technological revolution. Determined to expand his horizon, he took on various small jobs, each presenting a new set of challenges. He tried everything from sending resumes to major companies to applying for positions at international firms but faced constant rejection. Interesting, even KFC, when it arrived in China, rejected his application. What was extraordinary wasn't the rejection, but how Ma handled it, as an opportunity to improve his skills and double his effort. In 1995, Ma had his first major encounter with the internet during a trip to the United States. He saw something there that many others still couldn't see, a revolutionary channel to connect the world. Inspired by this vision, he founded his first company, an online translation agency. However, This venture received little attention in the Chinese market, which barely understood the internet's potential. Failure could have ended many careers, but for Ma, it was merely a test. He continued to learn, always keeping an eye on the horizon of possibility. Lack of technical knowledge was another obstacle. Jack Ma had no formal training in technology or advanced computer skills. However, his social intelligence and innovative vision filled this gap. He knew how to identify talent and build teams that could turn ideas into reality. A clear lesson from his journey is that you don't need to be an expert in everything, but you must be curious enough to learn and confident enough to delegate. Another notable challenge was convincing investors and partners at a time when the concept of e-commerce seemed a mystery to most people. He faced skeptical looks and frequent rejection. But his storytelling ability, connecting his ideas to others' dreams, was key to overcoming these barriers. In meetings, Ma spoke with a contagious passion, painting a digital future that few could yet imagine. His early entrepreneurial steps were marked by highs and lows. Many investors thought his ideas were too ambitious and his plan too risky, especially in such a volatile Chinese market. Yet Ma showed an extraordinary ability to persist. He often said, "Never giving up was the secret to any historic achievement." Each failure and obstacle in Ma's early career not only shaped his resilience, but also prepared him for what was to come. These challenges weren't signs that he should stop, but proof that he was on the right path. It was this belief that led him to a pivotal moment, the founding of Alibaba. The founding of Alibaba in the economic context of China at the time, in 1999. Jack Ma gathered 17 friends in his small apartment in Hangzhou to present an ambitious idea, creating a digital platform that would connect Chinese businesses to the global market. Thus, Alibaba was born, at a time when China's economy was starting to open to the world, but was still dominated by state-owned enterprises and traditional structure. Ma saw immense untapped potential in the private sector, especially among small and medium-sized businesses that needed visibility to compete on the global stage. At the time, e-commerce was virtually non-existent in China. Only 1% of the population had internet access, and the country's digital infrastructure was rudimentary. Most Chinese entrepreneurs didn't understand what the internet was, much less how it could transform their businesses. Jack Ma realized that he wasn't just starting a company, he was introducing an entirely new concept. He bet on curiosity and resilience as his main tools to face this uncertain scenario. Alibaba began as a B2B business-to-business platform, connecting Chinese manufacturers and merchants with international buyers. The idea was simple but extraordinary. Create a virtual marketplace where even the smallest businesses could compete with global giants. The business model was designed to be inclusive, innovative, and, above all, accessible. While Western companies sought to maximize profits with high fees, Ma focused on providing a service that was relevant to small entrepreneurs. To build Alibaba, Ma and his team faced financial and structural challenges. In the early months, the company didn't generate any revenue, and the team worked under precarious conditions. Ma often motivated his team with inspiring speeches, saying that the future of global trade was in their hands. This visionary leadership created such a powerful sense of purpose that it overcame material limitations. China's economic context was also challenging. The country was emerging as an industrial power, but digital transformation still seemed like a mystery to most companies. However, this transitional phase also created unique opportunities. Small business owners began to see that Alibaba could be the bridge to international markets, something that had previously seemed like a distant dream. A pivotal moment was the search for investors. In a meeting in 2000, Ma presented Alibaba to potential backers from Silicon Valley, but many considered the idea too risky and disconnected from China's reality. Only Goldman Sachs and SoftBank saw the project's potential, offering the first significant investment. This funding was crucial for the company's survival, but Ma always emphasized that Alibaba's true driving force was its committed team and his extraordinary vision. Jack Ma transformed Alibaba into something larger than a mere digital platform. He saw the company as a historic opportunity to redefine China's economy, taking e-commerce to a global level. The founding of Alibaba wasn't just a business milestone, but a reflection of the spirit of innovation beginning to flourish in a country eager for change. Alibaba's innovative business model. From the outset, Jack Ma conceived Alibaba as something more than just an e-commerce company. His business model was innovative because it placed the needs of small and medium-sized entrepreneurs at the center of operation. He realized that the digital world provided an extraordinary opportunity for these businesses to compete on equal footing with large corporations. By creating an ecosystem that efficiently and affordably connected sellers and buyers, Ma reimagined traditional commerce. Initially, Alibaba adopted a B2B business-to-business model, allowing Chinese manufacturers and merchants to connect directly with international buyers. This eliminated middlemen and significantly reduced costs, a powerful differentiator. Later, the company expanded to a B2C business-to-consumer model with platforms like Taobao and Tmall, revolutionizing digital retail in China. Each step was marked by innovations designed to meet specific market demands. What truly set Alibaba apart was its inclusive approach. Unlike Western giants like Amazon, which prioritized stock control and logistics, Alibaba acted as a facilitator. It created a digital infrastructure where anyone, from large factories to small artisans, could sell their products. This not only democratized access to commerce but also boosted economic growth in more remote areas of China. Another remarkable aspect of Alibaba's model was the creation of Alipay, its online payment system. In the early years, the lack of trust between buyers and sellers was a major obstacle to e-commerce. Ma addressed this challenge by launching a secure and innovative payment solution that allowed for risk-free transactions for both parties. Alipay quickly became one of the most influential tools in the Alibaba ecosystem and paved the way for the development of fintech in China. Additionally, Alibaba didn't just focus on connecting, it invested in cutting-edge technology to provide valuable insights to users. Through big data and artificial intelligence, the company developed tools to help sellers understand consumer trends and optimize their business. This level of support was something few companies offered at the time, especially for small entrepreneurs. Ma also had the foresight to build a robust logistics system with canal network, ensuring that even the most remote parts of China could participate in e-commerce. He knew that without logistical infrastructure, the model would not be sustainable. Today, Canal is one of the largest logistics hubs in the world, enabling fast and efficient deliveries to millions of users. Alibaba's business model was not only innovative, it was designed to adapt to the constant changes of the market. This flexibility allowed the company not only to survive challenges but also to thrive. Jack Ma transformed Alibaba into an integrated ecosystem, capable of serving everyone from small sellers to the largest global companies. And by doing so, he didn't just reinvent e-commerce. He redefined the role of technology in the modern economy. Alibaba's early successes and the obstacles faced. Alibaba's early successes began to materialize when small Chinese entrepreneurs discovered the platform's potential to reach international markets. Jack Ma and his team worked tirelessly to convince manufacturers and merchants to digitize their businesses. A remarkable moment occurred when Alibaba started to attract attention beyond China, demonstrating that the business model had global relevance. However, the path to this success was marked by immense challenges that required resilience and intelligence to overcome. In the early 2000s, Alibaba began to gain traction in the market, but it still faced a significant issue: building trust between buyers and sellers. In a country where the internet was a novelty, many people saw e-commerce as risky and mysterious. It was in this context that Jack Ma launched Alipay, offering an innovative solution to ensure transaction security. Despite initial criticism and resistance, Alipay became a game-changer, allowing Alibaba to grow exponentially. Another key milestone was the launch of Taobao in 2003, a platform that directly challenged eBay, which had entered the Chinese market. Ma's strategy was bold and, curiously, simple. While eBay charged fees to sellers, Taobao offered free service. This attracted a flood of small merchants, and the platform quickly dominated the local market. However, sustaining this strategy wasn't easy. Alibaba faced enormous financial pressure, and the team had to innovate constantly to maintain its competitive advantage. The challenges didn't only come from the market but also from the regulatory environment. China was undergoing an economic transformation, and the laws governing digital commerce were still in their infancy. Jack Ma often found himself navigating an unstable landscape, dealing with legal gaps and complex bureaucracy. He used his charisma and intelligence to negotiate with authorities and solidify Alibaba's position as one of the engines driving the country's economic growth. Another significant obstacle was the rise of local and international competitors. Companies like JD.com began to grow rapidly, offering business models that challenged Alibaba's dominance. To face this, Ma reinforced his focus on innovation and expanded the company's reach with strategies like massive promotional events, including Singles Day, now the world's largest online shopping event. Despite the successes, criticisms also emerged. Many questioned the sustainability of Alibaba's business model and doubted the company's ability to compete globally. Jack Ma faced these critiques with his trademark optimism, using them as fuel to prove that his vision was not only viable but extraordinary. His ability to turn challenges into opportunities was key to keeping the team motivated and focused on long-term goals. Alibaba's early successes were built on a combination of innovation, persistence, and the courage to face the unknown. Each victory was a reminder that the impossible could be achieved, but each obstacle reinforced the need for adaptation and evolution. These challenges would be a prelude to an even more historic and influential growth in the following years. The global expansion of Alibaba and its influence on e-commerce, with its initial successes consolidated in China. Jack Ma had a clear goal: to take Alibaba to the world. He knew that in order to ensure the company's extraordinary growth, it was necessary to break geographical and cultural boundaries. Starting in 2005, global expansion became a priority, beginning with a historic partnership with Yahoo, which invested $1 billion in Alibaba. This deal put the company on the international radar, providing it with the resources needed to compete in global market. Alibaba's expansion strategy was notable for its flexibility and innovation. Instead of simply replicating the Chinese model in other countries, the company adapted to local needs. For example, in emerging markets like Southeast Asia, Jack Ma invested in logistics infrastructure and regional partnerships to create an ecosystem that served both sellers and consumers. This personalized approach highlighted Alibaba as an influential force in global e-commerce. One of the most significant moments in Alibaba's global expansion was the company's IPO on the New York Stock Exchange in 2014. It became the largest IPO in history, raising an impressive $25 billion. This event not only validated the company's success, but also signaled to the world that China had become a tech powerhouse. The listing was a historic milestone, solidifying Alibaba as an influential and competitive company on the global stage. To further expand its influence, Alibaba created platforms aimed at international markets, such as AliExpress, which connects global consumers with Chinese sellers. This platform revolutionized e-commerce by offering affordable products and a wide variety, attracting millions of users in Europe, Latin America, and other continents. This strategy showed Alibaba's ability to connect different cultures and economies in a single digital network. Another extraordinary aspect of Alibaba's global expansion was its investment in cutting-edge technologies such as artificial intelligence and cloud computing. Alibaba Cloud became one of the largest cloud services in the world, competing directly with giants like Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure. This demonstrated that Alibaba wasn't just exporting products, it was also leading technological innovation on a global scale. Alibaba's influence on e-commerce wasn't limited to financial growth. The company redefined standards by introducing solutions like mobile payments, massive promotional events, and platforms that integrate logistics, market intelligence, and digital marketing. These innovations influenced not only other Chinese companies but also Western giants, who began adapting their models to keep pace with Alibaba. Jack Ma always said that Alibaba was not just a company but a symbol of how technology could transform lives and economies. The company's global expansion proved that, connecting millions of small businesses to markets that once seemed unreachable. Every step taken outside of China reinforced Ma's commitment to his historical vision of a more inclusive and innovative trade system. establishing Alibaba as one of the pillars of global e-commerce. The impact of Alibaba on the digital market in China and worldwide. Alibaba's impact on the digital market is something that transcends numbers and financial statements. Since its founding, the company has played an extraordinary role in transforming China's economy, helping millions of small and medium-sized entrepreneurs digitize their business. In a country where the transition to a digital economy was seen as a distant phenomenon, Alibaba became the bridge that connected these businesses to a new era of opportunities and growth. In China, Alibaba revolutionized traditional commerce by introducing the concept of integrated digital platforms. Small retailers, who previously relied on physical markets or local networks, could now reach consumers across the country. The company democratized access to commerce, creating an innovative environment where anyone with a computer and an idea could start a business. This transformation was historic, putting millions of citizens on the map of digital entrepreneurship. A standout example of Alibaba's impact is Singles Day, or 11.11. The event, which started as a simple promotional campaign, became the largest online shopping festival in the world. Here, in 2023, Alibaba recorded over $84 billion in sales in just 24 hours, showcasing the magnitude of its influence. This event not only boosts China's economy, but also inspires global markets to create similar initiatives, raising the bar for e-commerce. On the international stage, Alibaba changed the perception of Chinese tech companies. Before, many viewed these companies as followers of Western trends, but companies like Alibaba proved that China could lead innovation. The success of AliExpress, for instance, made global commerce more accessible to consumers and sellers, creating an inclusive and connected digital market. This model influenced giants like Amazon and eBay, which began incorporating elements of Alibaba's ecosystem into their own platforms. Alibaba's impact is also evident in how digital transactions are conducted. Alipay, its payment system, redefined how people buy and sell, popularizing mobile payments on an unprecedented scale. Today, over 1.2 billion people use Alipay globally, making it one of the most influential financial services in the world. This advancement not only facilitated trade, but also promoted financial inclusion in areas where banking access was limited. Beyond its economic impact, Alibaba has deeply influenced China's digital culture. It shaped consumer habits, introduced new forms of marketing, and created trends that now define the market. Chinese companies in various sectors, from fashion to technology, follow Alibaba's lead by building their own digital strategy, reinforcing China's position as a global leader in the electronic market. Globally, Alibaba didn't just expand e-commerce. It also helped redefine the role of technology in economic development. It inspired emerging countries to invest in digital infrastructure, proving that e-commerce can be a powerful tool to reduce inequalities and create opportunity. Jack Ma's vision of a more just and connected commerce resonates in every aspect of the extraordinary impact Alibaba has had on the digital market, both in China and worldwide. Jack Ma's vision of innovation and entrepreneurship. Jack Ma is widely recognized for his innovative vision and influential thoughts on entrepreneurship. He believes that innovation isn't just about creating something new, but about improving lives and solving problems in extraordinary ways. Ma has always emphasized that true innovation comes from observing people's needs and having the courage to challenge established norms. In his own words, an entrepreneur should love problems, because that's where opportunities lie. One of the cornerstones of his vision is the value he places on people. Ma frequently emphasizes that technology, no matter how advanced, only makes sense if it benefits society. He applied this principle at Alibaba by building an ecosystem where small businesses, often overlooked by other platforms, could thrive. The idea of digital inclusion was central to his approach, reflecting his belief that innovation should be accessible and democratic. Jack Ma also insists that an entrepreneur must be a visionary, but grounded in reality. He believes that dreaming big is essential, but without losing focus on the present. An example of this was how he planned Alibaba's growth in stages, first establishing a solid base in China, then exploring global markets, and finally diversifying into sectors such as logistics and artificial intelligence. His strategic intelligence allowed Alibaba not only to innovate, but also to remain resilient in a competitive market. Another fascinating aspect of his vision is how he views failure. For Ma, failures are a natural part of an entrepreneur's journey. He himself faced countless rejection, from jobs he didn't get to investors who initially doubted his ideas. Instead of getting discouraged, he used these experiences as learning opportunities. His message to aspiring entrepreneurs is clear: if you don't give up, you still have a chance. Giving up is the biggest failure. Additionally, Jack Ma believes that entrepreneurship is directly linked to curiosity. He encourages people to ask questions and strive to understand the ever-changing world. Throughout his journey, Ma was driven by an extraordinary restlessness. How could China participate in the global digital economy? This curiosity led him to create one of the largest technological empires in history. But it also inspired millions to explore new ideas. Jack Ma's leadership is also anchored in building strong teams. He has always stated that a successful entrepreneur must be smart, not only in creating ideas, but also in attracting and inspiring talented people. At Alibaba, Ma cultivated a culture of collaboration and creativity, ensuring that every team member shared in the larger vision. He taught that leaders shouldn't be the smartest people in the room, but those who know how to value others' skills. Finally, his vision for the future is as impressive as his past accomplishments. Ma believes we are entering an era of historic changes driven by artificial intelligence, big data, and robotics. However, he also stresses the importance of keeping humanity at the center of these innovations. For him, the future belongs to entrepreneurs who are not only innovative, but also ethical and committed to positive social impact. Jack Ma's legacy as a leader and global inspiration. Jack Ma has built a legacy that goes far beyond Alibaba. He has become a symbol of how perseverance, curiosity, and innovative vision can transform lives and economies. His story of overcoming adversity, marked by rejections and challenges, serves as inspiration to entrepreneurs worldwide. Jack Ma demonstrated that it's possible to achieve the extraordinary, even from humble beginnings, and that success is closely tied to the ability to never give up on one's dreams. As a leader, Ma redefined the concept of leadership in the corporate world. He didn't just lead his team, he inspired each individual to see the larger purpose of their work. Ma believed that the success of a company depended on its ability to solve real problems. At Alibaba, this meant connecting small businesses to the global market and creating an inclusive infrastructure. His ability to motivate people and communicate his vision was one of the most influential factors in the growth of the digital empire he built. Another significant aspect of his legacy is his emphasis on education and talent development. Jack Ma has always been a strong advocate for educational innovation, arguing that schools should prepare people to deal with the unpredictable. He founded the Jack Ma Foundation, which supports initiatives in education, the environment, and sustainable development. This involvement demonstrates how Ma uses his influence not only to create profitable businesses, but also to invest in a smarter and more balanced future. Ma's humanized approach also stood out on the global stage. He often said that Alibaba's focus was to make small businesses big and big businesses better. This philosophy made him a respected figure in emerging markets, where his vision of economic inclusion resonated. Ma believed that technology should be a tool to empower people, not replace them, and this made him one of the most influential voices in debates about the future of work. Jack Ma also left an important legacy as a leader, unafraid to reinvent himself. He decided to step down from his CEO position at Alibaba in 2013, and in 2019, he resigned as the company's chairman, passing the baton to the next generation of leaders. This move was a historic example of how healthy leadership also means knowing when to step aside, even away from active management. His impact and influence continue to shape Alibaba's strategic decisions and its culture of innovation. The inspiration Jack Ma offers transcends the business world. His story is a powerful reminder that success doesn't depend solely on technical or academic skills, but also on vision, resilience, and emotional intelligence. He became a living example of how every obstacle can be turned into a growth opportunity. For millions of people, Ma is more than an entrepreneur. He is a model of visionary and impactful leadership. Today, Jack Ma's legacy extends across various fields, from technology to education and philanthropy. He not only helped redefine e-commerce, but also raised the bar for how global leaders can use their influence to create positive change. His historic journey remains a beacon for those who seek to make an extraordinary mark on the world. The challenges and criticisms faced by Jack Ma and the future of his legacy. As extraordinary as Jack Ma's journey has been, it was not without its challenges and criticism. As a public figure, Ma faced constant scrutiny, especially as he became one of the most influential entrepreneurs in China and the world. Among the most notable challenges was the delicate balance between Alibaba's expansion and the increasing regulatory pressure in China. His open defense of financial reforms in 2020 created tensions with Chinese authorities, leading to the suspension of the Ant Group IPO, one of the largest projects of his career. This episode highlighted the complex relationship between innovation and regulation. While many saw Ant Group as a revolution in the financial sector, others, including the Chinese government, raised concerns about its impact on the traditional system. Jack Ma was accused of excessive boldness, but also admired for his commitment to challenging the status quo. This moment not only affected his reputation but also raised questions about the future of large tech companies in China. In addition to political tension, Alibaba and Jack Ma also faced criticisms over business practice. Some argued that Alibaba's dominance in the digital market was creating a monopoly, making fair competition difficult. There were investigations into consumer data usage and privacy concerns, problems that became common in global tech. Ma often responded to these criticisms by emphasizing the importance of ethical innovation and transparency. But the challenges persisted. Ma's stepping down from the helm of Alibaba in 2019 also sparked debate. For some, it was a strategic and historic move, demonstrating his confidence in the new generation of leaders. For others, it seemed like a forced departure, given the increasing political and economic pressure. Despite the speculation, Ma maintained an optimistic tone, stating he would focus on philanthropy and education, areas where he believed he could make an even greater impact. The future of Jack Ma's legacy is undoubtedly a fascinating topic. His impact on e-commerce and technology is undeniable, but what truly defines his legacy is the inspiration he provides to millions of entrepreneurs around the world. Ma has always said that his mission was to empower small businesses and create a more connected world. Despite the obstacle, this vision continues to serve as a guiding light for Alibaba and other initiatives inspired by him. The challenges he faced are also an essential part of his story. They show that the path to historic success is never linear, and even the smartest and most influential leaders must deal with criticism, adaptation, and uncertainty. For Jack Ma, every difficulty was an opportunity to learn, and his ability to reinvent himself in the face of adversity remains a powerful example. Finally, Ma's legacy goes beyond his business achievement. He is remembered as a visionary who challenged convention, faced the unknown with courage, and changed the world with innovative ideas. His future, though still uncertain, holds the potential to continue influence not just the digital market, but also the way we think about leadership, entrepreneurship, and the impact of technology in the world. Jack Ma proved that the impossible is just a word for those who give up too soon. His journey is not only inspiring, it is a call to action. What can you learn from him? Are you ready to turn challenges into opportunities and leave your mark on the world? Share in the comments what stood out most in Jack Ma's story and how you plan to apply it in your life. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep learning from incredible stories like this.